Let's go over the materials list for the upcoming class, Color Flow. For this class, we're gonna need a 12 by 12 canvas. To draw the design right on the canvas, we're gonna need a pencil and a ruler. I have a 12-inch ruler. If you have a bigger one, feel free to bring it because there might be some longer lines that would be very helpful to draw the diagonal lines that are longer. If you don't have that, it's okay. We'll still work with the 12-inch one. I can show you how to draw the design on it. Let's move on to the mixing jar. I have this mixing jar. It's plastic. It has a lid. Make sure there's a lid on it. We want to keep the paint from drying up. I have my 2 containers full of paint. One is almost white, one is almost black. I added a little tint to mine, so there can be a little style behind it. This one is almost pink, and this one's almost purple, but make sure there's high contrast behind it. Here's an example of some of the other ones that I had used in the past. Make sure, again, almost black, almost white. Feel free to add any tint you want. Then we're gonna move on to we'll move on to the paintbrush. Medium-sized paintbrush is fine. We're gonna use the back of the paintbrush for mixing. So we're gonna add to this container, mix with the back, and we're gonna clean it with a rag. If I have a leftover piece of canvas, feel free to bring a paper towel or anything. But once you mix the paints, this is very useful to clean off the excess paint. Or if you have, bring a mason jar full of water too, or a cup. After you finish painting and you want to clean off your brush, same thing. Great to clean off the brush on the rag. We're gonna move on to, the tiny little brush. So this helps with excess bleeding from the paint. It's a little one, it's tiny. But once you remove the tape, if there's any stuff that can't seep through, I'll show you how to remove it. Let's move on to the tape. Blue painter's tape, I have green. Feel free to bring any type of painter's tape. The higher quality, the less there's bleeding, but I've tried them all. I know how to work with them, so hopefully there's not as much bleeding if you don't want to spend a couple extra bucks on the green or higher end painter's tape. I have a palette knife. This helps me remove the tape. My nails are a little short, so I constantly use this every time. Other than that, make sure you wear something that you can get paint on. I don't want paint on any fancy clothes. And that is it. Oh, don't forget your hair dryer. Any hair dryer works. This helps speed up the process, and we're there. Can't wait for the class to start. We'll see you there.